Welcome to the Hamilton Buddhist Temple online service for February. Today is the Nirvana Day and February Shotsuki Memorial Service. We are very pleased to have Yoshi Sensei from the Toronto Buddhist Church presiding. My name is Frances Campbell and I am your Master of Ceremonies. As with previous online services, Shotsuki names will appear on the screen instead of being said aloud. If you have a butsudan at home, please feel free to offer incense then. Please join us in silent meditation.
I'll begin the meditation with the ringing of the bell and end it with the ringing of the bell.
Please join me in reciting the Shin Buddhist life principles. In trusting in the vow of the Buddha, calling out the Buddha's name, I will pass through the journey of life with strength and joy. Revering the light of the Buddha, reflecting upon my imperfect self, I will strive to live a life of gratitude. Following the teachings of the Buddha, discerning the right path, I will share the true Dharma with all. Rejoicing in the compassion of the Buddha, respecting and aiding all sentient beings, I will work towards the welfare of society and the world. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. We will now chant the Sutra Sambujo, followed by Jusege, including the English translation.
We're going to start chanting Sambujo.
We will now chant the Sutra Sambujo, followed by Jusege, including the English translation.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Now we will start chanting 十世下。納言朝鮮がひしむ浄土志願不満蔵政府上昇がお無量法不意来世春不再小便具政府上昇が下士成仏道妙所長寺法空教未消門政府上昇が利欲人少年上映主言行しぐむ浄土一生天理し人力縁大公不勝負再度少女三苦病交際主役難回避知恵下飯根も案閉塞小悪道通楽税収も高僧上満蔵いよろじぽ一学習受記天候不言一種解放存公正空読法上大集中説法ししく空用意細部具足習得本元年心上満得意三愛用両文無下地通達未不詳安学営利投資最小尊志願や国家大政を感動航空商天に東内妙見ナ しくのく平等正祭道本の大神道場安楽ナマンナーブツナマンナブツナマンナーブツナマンナブツナマンナ。
We will now read the English translation. Jusege, I have established the all-surpassing vows and will unfailingly attain supreme enlightenment. If these vows should not be fulfilled, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. If for countless kalpas to come, I should not become a great benefactor and save all the destitute and afflicted everywhere, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. When I have fulfilled the Buddha way, my name shall pervade the 10 quarters. Should there be any place it is not heard, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. Freed from greed and with deep right-mindedness and pure wisdom, I will perform the sacred practices in pursuit of supreme enlightenment and become the teacher of devas and humans. Emitting a great light with my majestic power, I will completely illuminate the boundless worlds. Dispelling thereby the darkness of the 3 defilements, I will deliver all beings from suffering and affliction. Having acquired the eye of wisdom, I will remove the darkness of blind passions, blocking the path to the evil realms. I will open the gate to the good realms. When my practice and merits are fulfilled, my majestic brilliance shall reach everywhere in the 10 quarters, outshining both the sun and the moon. Even the heavenly lights shall be hidden and obscured. For the sake of all beings, I will open forth the Dharma store and universally bestow its treasure of virtue upon them. Among the multitudes of beings, I will always preach the Dharma with a lion's roar. Making offerings to all the Buddhas, I will acquire all the roots of virtue. With my vows fulfilled and wisdom perfected, I will be the hero of the 3 worlds. Like your unimpeded wisdom, O Buddha Lokeshvarajara, my wisdom shall reach everywhere and illuminate all. May the power of my virtue and wisdom be equal to that of yours, O most honored one. If these vows are to be fulfilled, the great 1,000 worlds will shake in accord, and from the sky, all of the devas will rain down rare and wondrous flowers. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. At this time, I would like to introduce Yoshi Sensei for his Dharma message.
It's maybe 5 years ago. The picture was took 5 years ago. Oh my goodness. Anyway, today I'm holding today's service from my apartment. So because my car had a problem, so I could not drive to the temple. So I apologize, but it's my private obutsudan. We usually offer the incense and candles, and I can move the laptop. Incense, candles, fruit, and obuppan. We call it obuppan. This one, white rice. お Obutban means that O is a representative respect, and Pang or Bu is a Buddha, and Pang is a gohan, rice, white rice, and we usually offer white rice to the Buddha. And when I explained how to set up the Obutsudan, Buddha altar, to the members, Buddhist members, one member asked me, can I offer the cereal and milk? And I had no idea how can I answer because it's new question. So then I asked him, why you want to offer the cereal and milk? Oh, because you offer the obuppan, the white rice, because you from Japan. You eat white rice every morning. So I eat cereal every morning. That's why I want to offer. Then I kind of disappointed the reason because he thought I eat something. That's why I give Buddha. So I am first and Buddha is second. So it's not correct. And also he said, because Japanese people eat white rice traditionally, that's why they offer the white rice to the Buddha. But like a long time ago, white rice was so expensive and they could not get white rice easily. So they eat grains or like a not white rice. However, they offer the white rice to the Buddha, even though they could not eat white rice, because they respect Buddha and they want to give like special things to the Buddha. So Buddha is first and I am a second. So it's then I told him, like, who asked me to offer the cereal. So if he has a special memory of cereal, he can offer the cereal to the Buddha because he thinks cereal has special values. However, if not, please offer different one, like a bread. So, for example, he doesn't have a rice cooker, and he doesn't eat white rice every day. So it's difficult to offer the white rice to the Buddha for him. So I told him okay, how about the bread or some you feel special, you can offer it to the Buddha. But please think about Buddha is first and you are second, or I am second. So then I remembered one memory. When I used to work in Osaka Prefecture as a Buddhist minister, I visited every member's houses to do their memorial service, monthly memorial service. And one lady, she offered, or she put the osake, shochu, like Japanese sake, alcohol, Japanese sake. And I asked her, why you offer the sake to the obutsudan? And she said, oh, because today is my my partner, my husband memorial. So, and he was alcoholic and he loved alcohol. So she thought he missed the alcohol in the Pure Land. That's why she offered alcohol to the Buddha. But I told her, don't worry. Now he went to the Pure Land and no attachment, no desire in the Pure Land. So he doesn't miss any alcohol. And next day, she put a cigarette, tobacco. And oh my goodness, it's for your husband? She said, no, it's for my grandfather. Okay. But I did not remove the sake and cigarette from the Butsudan because it's from her heart, right? Of course, we should not offer cigarette or sake to the Buddha, but her husband and her grandfather connected she and Buddha. They connected Buddha. That's why she invites Buddhist minister in her house and she offered something to her family and Buddha. And she placed her hand together. So they made that opportunity. That's why I didn't want to say, oh, it's not correct, remove it. I didn't want to say it. But if you can prepare the white rice and fruits and candle, please, it's correct. please do that. And today, sorry. Today's Dharma talk, I would like to read the Wasan. That Wasan was written by Shinran Shori. He wrote, "Those who truly attain Shinji, as they utter Amida's name, or Nembutsu, being mindful of the Buddha always, wish to respond to the great benevolence." These sentences tell us when we say Nembutsu Namo Amida Butsu, we truly attain Amida Buddha's great compassion. The Buddha is always with us. When we feel sad, our Buddha also feels sad with us because the Buddha has great benevolence and compassion. And the purpose of Buddha Dharma is to cultivate our higher wisdom and lessen our self-centered greed. In other words, to remove our unawareness or worldly passion. Stated in yet another way, the goal is the attained Buddhahood. And the Jodo Shinshu teachings of Shinran Shonin introduces us to the meaning of life and liberation based on Amida Buddha's primal vows. And this teaching is significant for anyone seeking the way to real emancipation from the cycle of suffering. Therefore, the Jodo Shinshu teaching refers to this as a life and liberation. When I was a university student, I wrote a graduation thesis on QOL. Have you ever heard QOL? It's like this one, QOL, the quality of life. Quality of life. And quality of life measures the happiness of our life, not the length, length of our life. Humankind has wished for longevity for a very long time, and they believe it makes for a happy life. In China or in Egypt, a long time ago, many kings wanted to keep their own power as long as possible. And they set out with determination to find the elixir of life. And you may think it is just an old story, but I don't think so. I think it's not so different from today. Medical technology has been evolving and helping our prolong our lives as long as possible. Of course, the medical technology is very important for us, and we really need it today. But when I was writing the graduation thesis at the university, I thought we could not measure, we could not understand or measure the happiness of our lives by the length or quantity. And when I studied the QOL, I read Reverend Kaneko Daie, his books. He said, when we measure the happiness of our life, it's more important to have width, like wide width, and depth, like a deep depth, than length in our life. So more important to have width, depth than length in our life. The width is a flexibility. In Buddhism, we call it shishi nyu nam. It means to have a soft or flexible mind. If you have flexible thinking or open mind, you may be able to accept anything. Or even though you don't accept someone's opinions, you may listen to and think about the person's ideas. But if you are stubborn, like me, you don't care about others' opinion. For example, if your mind is like a wall of concrete, when someone talks to you, you don't catch their word. Like a ball, their word just bounce off of you. It means you don't hear anything. We don't have to agree with everyone's opinion, even going so far as changing our own opinion. However, it's very important to listen to and consider them because it will help us to broaden our view. And I think some of you have ever seen the Japanese old art. Like old Japanese art usually has a large border around the picture. Like, sorry, my picture is not great, but we call it kakejiku in Japanese. Like when we have a picture, we have a white space around the picture. Large white space here. Even picture was so small, we have so much white space in Japanese old pictures. So because the empty white space helps to showcase not only the subject, but also the background. It makes sense. White empty space helps to showcase not only the subject of the artwork, but also the background. I think we also need this border in our mind. If you have this space in your mind, it can give you the flexible mind needed to see the whole pictures more clearly. And Reverend Kaneko called it the width of life. And depth of life is to know the value of our lives. For example, I received my life from my parent, grandparent, great-grandparent, so my ancestors. Therefore, my life has been continuing for a long time. For example, when I visited my family grave in Japan, I felt there were so many lives before me, and they gave me my life. Even though I have never seen their faces, I wanted to place my hand together in front of a gravestone. I think some of you have same experience at the Obon time. We usually visit the cemetery and do the short service in front of a gravestone. And you place your hand together because you respect your family and ancestors. So you feel the value of your life. So your life is yours. My life is mine. But my life is, or your life is also the life of others, because I have received this life from others. And Reverend Kaneko, he also said, our life is changes depending on how deeply we listen to the teaching of the Buddha. The teaching of the Buddha let us know our life is uncontrollable. We cannot control our life, which causes us suffering. When we face the suffering, we usually blame it on others or the situation. However, if we listen to the teaching and accept our life is uncontrollable, we will not blame other people, because we will blame our self-centered greed instead. I think if we listen to the teaching of the Buddha, we will have the willingness and depth in our life. And I believe it improves our QOL. Because the purpose of Buddha Dharma is creative or higher wisdom and to less our self-centered greed. In other words, to remove our unawareness and worldly passion. And Jodo Shinshu teaching introduces us the meaning of life and liberation based on Amida Buddha's primal vows. And when I wrote this Dharma talk, I remember one Buddhist service. I think I already talked about it when I visited Hamilton Buddhist Temple. But I would like to share one more time with it to you. It was 3 years ago. I just came back to Canada from a business trip in Japan. I was so exhausted because of jet lag. And when I arrived home, I went to bed right away. But I received a phone call from the Toronto Buddhist Church president. He asked me to hold a cremation service next day. And he told me the person who passed away was only 21-year-old Japanese girl. She had only been in Canada for 2 months on working holiday visa. I was sure she wanted to learn English to make Canadian friends, and she really wanted to have great time and new experiences in Canada. However, instead, she suddenly had a car accident. The next day, I met her family at the crematorium. Then I saw her mother's eyes were so red. She must have been crying at all. But her mother hid her eyes, and she said to me, "Thank you very much for coming today for my daughter." And she gave me the very warm smile, but it was so sad, very sad smile. So it is impossible to understand how deep the suffering is of a family who has lost their child. Moreover, the parent came to Canada not for sightseeing, but to collect their daughter's ashes. We sometimes open the casket during the service, but the crematorium told the family they could not open the casket because they there had been so much damage to her face and body. It was such a hard time for the family because that was to be their last moment to see or touch daughter's face. The parents put their hand on the casket, and the mother said, "I will never forget your smile. I will appreciate for you were born in my family. Thank you very much for sharing so many treasured memories." And usually I try not crying during the service because my mentor, my Buddhist sensei told me, minister should not cry during the service as much as possible because the family is standing in the saddest, most difficult situation. And minister has to lead them to the teaching of the Buddha. That's why we should not cry during the service. However, I could not stop myself from weeping at the time, and I could not find any word to offer the family. So I was so disappointed with myself because I usually talk about Buddhism in front of many people. But that time, I could not say anything to the family. But I heard one voice from her father. He just said, Namandavut, Namandavut. He said Nembutsu in front of the casket. Then I realized I didn't have to find any word for the family because they already knew their daughter was already in the Buddha's compassion. So her family was her life was very short if we compare it to our lives. But we cannot or we should not measure each life by time, but by the quality of lives. She had shared valued time and special moment with her family. And remembering that, I also just placed my hand together toward her casket and said Nembutsu with her parent. So I read Wasan first of this Dharma talk. Those who truly attain Shinjin, as they utter Amida's name, Namo Amida Butsu, being mindful of the Buddha always, wish to respond to the great benevolence and compassion. And thank you very much for listening my Dharma talk today. I really appreciate to place my hand together with you today. Thank you. Please join me, Gassho. Please place your hand together. Namandavat, 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 Namandavat.
Thank you, Sensei, for your always enlightening Dharma message. It will give us lots to think about. Please join me in reciting the Golden Chain. The Golden Chain of Love. I am a link in Amida Buddha's Golden Chain of Love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. May I be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. May I think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amida's Golden Chain of Love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. This brings the formal portion of today's service to a close. We have a few announcements. On behalf of the Hamilton Buddhist Temple, we would like to thank Yoshi Sensei for today's Dharma talk and the Toronto Buddhist Church for supporting our temple and for providing us with Yoshi Sensei. Hamilton Buddhist Temple annual memberships are now due. The annual membership is $100 and the Dana fee is $10. A tax receipt is provided for the full amount. The Toronto Buddhist Church has service every Sunday at 11 a.m. and have recently begun Japanese services on the first and third Sunday of the month. If you would like to join, please request an invitation from the Toronto Buddhist Church website. The JSBTC is presenting upcoming lectures via Zoom. Registration is required. Saturday, February 27th at 1 p.m. Speaker is Dr. Jeff Wilson. Topic is Rainbow Dharma, Shin Buddhism, and LGBTQ and issues in Canada and America. And on Sunday, March 28th at 7 p.m., Reverend Yoshi Aochi Sensei, Jodo Shinshu Rituals, Part 1, co-presented with the JSBTC Women's Federation. Links to other lectures, workshops, and services are available on the temple website, hamiltonbuddhisttemple.ca. The next service will be on Sunday, March 14th at 1 p.m. It will be our spring Higan and monthly memorial service. Services will continue to be online.